I have a 12-inch GI Joe downstairs.
Oh God, you scared me.
When you said something, I was like, "Where's this going?" First thing is like I'm 12-inch, and then you kind of paused for a second. I was like, "Wait, what?"
I have a
Not this kind of
1980s
podcast,
Mickey.
y'all. Not this kind of podcast.
Nope,
You gotta pause
definitely
for
not.
effect. You gotta pause for effect.
Okay. Welcome to Two Couples One Podcast. My name is Mel. It's been a while, but we're back. We have my hubs. What's his name? John? Yeah. Our friend Jen and her hub Smacky. Welcome.
Wow.
See? I remembered your name. That's what matters. I remembered it. Okay? I remembered. I was going to say BBG.
Hey, it's better that you don't forget it. You can forget it here, just not in other places.
I don't know how I forget. It's tattooed on me. Like how?
Oh my gosh. That was phenomenal.
So, what are we doing today, Nut Lover?
We're talking about this actually started, we're talking about toy crazes. Because this started, we were watching, I was watching YouTube, and they brought on this little thing called Labubus. And I was like, oh, I've never heard of those. And there's this craze going on. And I didn't even know what a Labubu was, but I saw the video, and I had to have one. So then we kind of went down this rabbit hole of, oh yeah, well I remember when I was a kid, I remember the Cabbage Patch dolls that my grandma was almost trampled on a Black Friday because she wanted to get me a Cabbage Patch Kid. And so we kind of started talking. Yeah, I started off with one. We now have 7. Just multiplying. But I never saw them before, and it's not even something, I don't even buy toys, but I had to have one. Like, I had to have it. So it kind of got us thinking about, why do I have to have these things?
And the ones I'm showing you are not even all of them. That's just what I've got in my office.
They have their chair. They have their own furniture. They're sitting here in the living room. Yeah,
that's great.
You can't talk. You have one too.
I was just gonna say we fell to the Labubu craze. Not necessarily me so much. Okay, we were trying so hard to avoid Labubu in our house because I had, they just creep me out a little bit. I was like, no, we can't do the creepy little faces. These cute little, this one is okay because it's a Stitch and he's smiling and there's not creepy teeth. But the only reason why this one exists in our house is because Cooper, on his birthday, we went to an arcade in Myrtle Beach, and they actually had them in the claw machines.
Shout out Lulu's Arcade.
Yeah, and he was like, he just kept going and go. He did it probably 3 or 4 times, and he went back. He's like, just one more time. And sure as crap, I'm like, there's no way. He's never going to get it. And he comes hauling butt over, and he's got it in his hand. I won the Labubu. And I was like, he won it. And so it begins. And I knew it was done after that. So right now, we actually have, my sister was in Italy, and she is getting him an Italian Labubu. We're just telling him it's Italian because, It's
from Italy.
Yeah, exactly. And it was for motivation for him to go to school. She actually got the Coca-Cola edition, which he's been like begging to get one. So,
well, the Labubu, yeah, that is neat. I honestly didn't think we'd get any. I really didn't. And Nell ever said she wanted one. I was like, all right, I could just get one. Once you get them, the stupid things are addicting. But the problem that's happening with these toys is along with the other toys we're going to talk about tonight, which kind of sparked this whole process for the evening, is the adults and how they're acting to get these toys. I mean, these are toys. They're toys. And yes, adults can have them. They hang on your purse. Actors and actresses and movie stars and athletes, they have these hanging off their bags. And, and everybody sees this. And, of course, it's been a thing going in China for a long time, but it's hit here in America. And people are fighting, robbing, crashing cars, stabbing, gunpoints. This is one of the worst toy crazes that has happened since the original 3, which was the Cabbage Patch Doll, Tickle Me Elmo, and Beanie Babies. Those were the 3 other ones that were like, and we'll talk about those in more detail later. But that's what sparked this whole thing is after she showed me the video of, this cute toy with all the teeth that reminded her of a childhood book, what was that book called?
Where the Wild Things Are.
Where the Wild Things Are.
That's what they're like made after.
Yeah, well,
I love that book.
is that they're not made after them. They're
They're modeled after them.
that's what we all want to say because they are. I mean, if you look at the book and you look at the creature, they look exactly like it. But they're saying they're not.
They're inspired by.
There you go. Inspired. There's the word we need to look. We got to make sure we say the right words here. So
Allegedly.
yeah, allegedly inspired by.
Expensive. They're expensive.
Originally, they started off at $20, which that's what you get a Lafufu now. That's the fake version of a Labubu. Yeah, we have a whole bunch of Lafufus, not Labubus.
I think the Lafufus, I think it's a scandal. I think the Lafufus are like the irregulars for the Labubus.
I think they're manufacturer errors, mistakes. Like they made a mistake. Like, all right, put that in a Lafufu box, ship it out. We'll charge them $25 for that. And you know, and the thing is, Pop Mart is still selling them for regular price. It's these outside people who are buying them all up, where you can't buy them, I can't buy them, we can't buy them, and then they turn around and resell them for twice the 3 times, 4 times. There's one that sold for was a little over $1,000.
The special ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was
Forget it.
actually looking on their site, and there's a bunch that are like sold out, and the ones that aren't sold out are the ones that are selling for like $1,000, and they're like the special edition. I'm like, no.
And the crazy
way.
thing is, people buy these. They pay that for the toy that in a couple of years no one's gonna even remember. It's because it's hot right now, and they have to have. That's the influence mania. You have to have it right now. I went out and got one. And I don't collect toys. I'm not John down here. If you look behind John, he's got like 100 squishmallows on his floor that he's hiding behind him that you can't see. Those are squishmallows.
You mean under the blanket? No.
Show him your squishmallows. That's another crate. Show him your squishmallows. Come on.
Smaggy's
We're not doing that.
Show me yours. I'll show you mine.
See, it's not Squishmallows for me. You know what it is? The Build-A-Bears. I can't. I have to get all the special edition ones. Smacky's like, there's so many Build-A-Bears in our house. It is ridiculous. I'm like, I can't.
That cow one you got was cute.
The Highland cow?
That thing, yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's huge. Massive. They're actually,
I just want to shout out the YouTube comment we got on the last one that said I needed more cars. That's a new one right there. That's my Christmas gift.
So we all collect things, you know.
Oh, yeah.
The commenter.
Everybody collects things, but it's what the adults are doing that, like I said, that's what sparked this whole thing is how bad the community has gotten with people fighting and just insanely stupid stuff.
And we can't even blame it on social media because this was happening when I was a child. Like I said, my grandma got almost trampled on a Black Friday trying to get Cabbage Patch Kids. You know, so I mean, so I can't even say it's social media influence. Well, I guess it is.
Media.
Yeah, media.
Yeah.
And John and I were watching videos, and people were being trampled, running into like Kmart. You remember Kmart? Kmart's trying to get those in Toys R Us.
Oh,
It was crazy. And my aunt was stocking up on Beanie Babies because she was going to retire off of them. You know, remember they were going to be worth money. People were going to be retired, and
for all those that don't understand what media is, because you're so used to social media, that's like the news.
Newspaper,
news. Yeah.
I have to say I'm so glad. So I did work at a Toys R Us at one point in my life, and I am so glad that by then, like the whole Black Friday craze of people like stampeding in was non-existent pretty much. It was very chill when I went in for my shift. It was lovely. It was busy, but it wasn't like everybody was running over each other because I think I would have been terrified. I would not have wanted to be one of those people working on Black Friday sales when things were going like crazy over TVs that were on sale and everything. It is.
Yeah.
They really do like way back when that media was hit perfectly for giving you the actual sale deals.
Yeah.
Well, the issue is everything's moved to Thursday now.
Yeah,
well,
it's all online too.
Well, I mean, they feed into the Black Friday. I think that they have these big TVs for $50, but they only got 10 of them. So they're causing a frenzy of people trying to get in there. I don't think we do Black Friday. We went because Black Friday now starts like November 1st. Like you'll start getting the pre-Black Friday sales. Like I already started seeing some of them.
It's supposed to be the day after Thanksgiving. Now it's Black Friday 6 months out of the year.
We do Cyber Monday. We don't even. We stay home.
Honestly, we're almost done Christmas shopping for our kids. Like I'm not all about getting into that craze because it's just too much.
We couldn't do
I
that.
like to be done early.
We
We'll get a
couldn't.
little something for our son, and we don't know if our daughter will be here. So
Somebody can't hide things for more than 5 minutes. For guess what we got you for Christmas?
Wait. I hide things so well. What was it? There was something. I'm the one year I'm sitting here and I'm telling Sean, there's definitely one more present. I could have sworn there was one more present for Cooper. I am like racking my brain. A few months later, we're in the garage and he goes, "Oh my gosh." And I'm like, "What?" And he goes, "I think I found a toy that we hid for Christmas." And I was like, "Are you kidding me?" And he shows me. I was like, "That's the toy I was looking for." And he goes, "Well, guess he gets for his birthday."
Yeah, why not?
we just ask our kids, "What do you want? What do you want for Christmas?" I mean, our kids, but
Ours are
they're
adults
grown.
now, but
Yeah.
back
What do you
when
want
they
for
were,
Christmas? It's always something expensive too.
yeah, of course it is.
I
So,
want Yeezys and a new laptop. Yeah, better ask Santa.
so for you guys, let's say, let's go with Smacky. Smacky, when you were growing up, do you remember a toy that was offered for Christmas that caused a lot of problems, like fighting parents? It was hitting the news big.
The Elmo was the biggest one. Elmo and the Beanie Babies.
Tickle me Elmo. Okay.
I'm too young for the Cabbage Patch, but I did have Garbage Pail Kids.
Yes, I was gonna
The
say that
card-
was my
The
thing.
cards,
I loved
not
them.
The dolls. I had the card.
Did they make dolls for the Garbage
I
Pail
don't know.
Kids?
No, they never did.
I got tortured with a My Pet Monster, so who knows?
Oh, there was another one I just thought of too. I'll bring it up in a minute though.
So the Tickle Me Elmo, which actually came out 1996, was the outside of, and we'll get to Cabbage Patch Kids in a minute. Tickle Me Elmo was the number 2 worst of all times during the holiday season. In 1996, when they opened the doors at stores, the trampling over the employees was causing broken bones, ribs, hamstrings, concussions, and obviously PTSD. People actually ended up with PTSD, so it was so bad. And we actually saw a video, and there is similar to one that the Cabbage Patch did, where a retailer actually stood up and started threatening the customers. If they don't back off, they're going to shut down the store, and people are hurt, and you need to help them. So, yeah, Elmo was, but it was the most successful. They actually started a second craze. Did you know there was 2? Another drop.
The second one in like around 2004-ish.
The second one was in 2021.
Oh. Okay.
And then they re-released it in 2023. But this time they're more prepared with the Tickle Me Elmos because they obviously made enough for the possibility. And it did. Everybody went crazy to get them again. But this time Tickle Me Elmo did more than like 4 or 5 or 6 words. He actually talked back to you, which is what brought the craze into, the whole Elmo freaking thing.
We had something like that when we were younger. It was called Teddy Ruxpin.
Yes.
I had a Teddy.
I used to play my my music in there. Like I didn't have a cassette player, so I'd play it in my Teddy Ruxpin.
That's creepy. His mouth would move, right?
AC/DC in there.
I was gonna say I used to play Metallica through it.
Oh my gosh.
That'd be hilarious. What about you, Barbie?
do
Was
you
there one that you remember?
I mean, I would have to say we were definitely like the Furby era. And again, I've said this multiple times and I will say it again. Creepiest freaking toy ever. I've never been so thankful not to get a toy for Christmas. Like I was so mad at my parents for not getting me a Furby. Because that was like the only toy that I wanted. And my best friend got it. And that thing, we took the batteries out and it continued to talk. It was way too creepy. And then the other thing my sisters would say is the what is it called? It's something dancer. It's the one that you push the button and it flies up and it spins around and goes across the room.
Oh, the fairy dancer thing.
Yep.
Yes,
Yeah.
that I did get, and
Those
I
were
loved
dangerous.
that toy.
Those were
They were hitting people in the
dangerous.
eyes, and they were
Yeah.
hitting like the fans, and they were going into like the fireplace and spinning, and like throwing flames. Like it was nuts. Like you wouldn't think a little kid toy would be so dangerous, but it really was.
I loved that toy. I also had Beanie Babies.
I think I had a couple from McDonald's.
And I feel like Pound Puppies and Trolls were kind of like popular.
I remember
at
having
one
Pound
point.
Puppies.
And I had both of those. So, I mean, one out of several gifts for not getting it, I think it's pretty good on my parents, and I'm so thankful that's the one that they chose not to get me. It's the Furby.
See, when Tickle Me Elmo came out, I was 10. The Cabbage Patch was before me. And then by the time Beanie Babies came out, I didn't want anything to do with that stuff.
Yeah. The first Furby that debuted was in 1998, and over 3 years they sold over 40 million Furbies. If you imagine 40 million of these stupid things out there in the world, and again, these are another one where people were rushing the stores. They couldn't even get the pallets on the floor before people were tackling each other to get these boxes of Furbies. How can imagine this? Imagine being a parent that went into Toys R Us, rushed in, trampled over somebody, tackled somebody to get this stupid toy, paid for it, got it home, and the stupid thing wouldn't shut up no matter what you did, even if you tried to burn it.
They're possessed.
Dude, I cannot tell you how many things I have seen on Facebook when somebody mentions a Furby, and it is an overwhelming amount of responses of that thing was creepy, it was possessed, I was like, I am terrified, I have PTSD from that thing. I'm like, as you should.
Yep.
Like log trucks on the highway.
Oh
Now,
boy.
I
Let's not
remember
go
a
there.
toy that we were just talking about. It made me think of something, but I don't know if it was your guys' generation, but it was ours. You remember the Tamagotchi?
Yes, I got a Tamagotchi. I had one.
Everybody had a Tamagotchi, man. I can't tell me how many times my thing died. Like
You had to
I
feed
forget
it
to water
every,
it for 10 minutes and it dies.
Yes.
Oh, is that
every
that
kid would go
digital
to
pet?
school. Yes,
Yeah, the
and you go
digital
to
pet
Oh
school and they
Tamagotchi.
die.
God. Yes.
Everybody I just thought about them when we were talking about. I was like, dude, how did we forget about the Tamagotchi? Everybody had them.
I think we were all traumatized by the fact that they would die after 10 minutes if they weren't fed or watered.
Like everyone's sitting in class trying to do the little Tamagotchi under their desk. They're like,
Teacher-
Tamagotchi, you gotta watch
Teacher's
that.
getting all mad. What are you doing? I'm feeding my pet.
And if they took them
digital
that thing was
thing.
dead. It was gone.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
you got caught. Your Tamagotchi was dead.
Kids would be crying in class. You
sorry,
killed my
unalive.
baby.
Unalive.
It was a toy. It too
Okay,
should have been smashed by a freaking
But
hammer.
I remember that Tamagotchi, the Tamagotchi craze. I just was thinking about that. I was like, oh my god, that was crazy.
Yep,
Yeah,
it
I
was.
definitely I forgot about the Tamagotchi for a minute there.
Do you remember Lisa Frank? Were you a Lisa Frank girl?
She's still a Lisa Frank girl. Are you kidding me?
That was
She's
a
probably
really
got
big thing, but I
three-
think it goes from generation to generation.
She's still got probably
Listen.
3 binders that she's recently bought with
I was gonna say.
folders for Lisa Frank.
When I went back
the
to school for
pen.
grooming, I got myself some Lisa Frank. I said, I'm an
It's
adult. I have
still-
adult money now. I am getting Lisa Frank.
'Cause I remember growing up, I had like a pencil or two because that stuff was expensive. Like it wasn't something we could afford, but we had like a pencil or two or some stickers. But this stuff's expensive.
It really
Little
was.
Lisa Frank. And then friendship bracelets. I remember making those, giving those out. And besides the friendship, what are those little plastic things you make like the keychains? Remember you made one for Taylor, John?
Yeah, the braiding bracelets.
Yeah. Those
Mhm.
are like the handmade crafts and stuff. Those were big.
Yeah, but it's not what nobody got in a fight over that. Nobody got shot. Nobody got killed. Nobody got robbed. Cars weren't getting
No.
broken into. The Foo-Foos or Laboo-Boos or cars are getting broken into. Cabbage Patch Kid. So for
Making the right
me,
things less than a doll.
yeah, for Melissa and I, our big thing growing up was the Cabbage Patch Kid. And we lived through that era. Yeah, I did too.
I think my sister got one.
I
You know what came after me, I think? The Hatchimals.
Yeah, I've seen those.
Those and the For Real Pets. I feel
don't
like
know if I know
those
what
were
those are.
craze. That they have like snow leopards and everything. They act like real pets.
So everything's becoming animated now, like a lot more electronic.
Yeah. My parents tried to convince me just get one of the for real dogs because I wanted a dog so bad. I was like, that thing isn't a dog. It's a
Were you the
freaking
American
toy.
Girl generation?
I wasn't really like I wanted one, but my best friend had like the bitty baby, which is like the baby version of the American dolls, but I never had one.
We were talking about. I know the Cabbage Patch, but I think predates the Cabbage Patches. What Barbie? They came out in the 50s, right? And those were
Do you know what I loved that Barbie had? And I think I'm probably one of the only people on this planet that have it. They actually, at one point, Barbie had, um, no, you could customize your own Barbie and order it. And that was all I wanted for my birthday for like, it was my 11th birthday or something. And my grandfather got it for me. And so I was like so excited when my nieces got old enough, I was going to order them their own custom Barbie that looked just like them. And they took that feature away. I was so sad.
Yeah, that's how I got my Cabbage Patch Kid, and I was in high school. So, and Cabbage Patch Kids came out in '82. I started high school in '89. I got my Cabbage Patch in '90, and the only reason that ended up happening was the girl I was dating told my mom that it would be funny to get me a Cabbage Patch Kid, and that she could actually order a Cabbage Patch Kid to look like it was my child. Blue eyes, blonde hair, and it came with a birth certificate. Got to name it before it got there, so they named it after me. And my mom said the Cabbage Patch Kid looked exactly like me when I was a baby, and I was like, "This is ridiculous, stupid thing." I don't know. I honestly don't know what happened to it. I had it on my bed for many years just to sit there, and that night I just throw it on the floor, and it would end up back on my bed. It's kind of weird, kind of like a Chucky doll. But yeah, that's how I ended up with a freaking Cabbage Patch.
My dad owns a Barbie.
they're collectible. Some
Oh
are
my
worth a
gosh.
lot of money. A
I
No,
did-
lot
this
of money.
one isn't. I asked my
Is
dad
it
one
not?
year what he wanted for Christmas. He said blonde haired, blue eyed, and over 18. Okay.
Barbie's old girl.
I
So
actually,
I got him a blonde haired, blue eyed college
What are you-
edition.
of
College
course.
edition.
college edition. He just has to like add that part in.
So it
I
lives
used
in his mantle.
I used to get the Christmas Barbies from my aunt every Christmas. And every Christmas I would take it out of the box because I was a child and didn't know
You wanted to play with it.
better.
Now looking back, you're like,
It's
God,
a
that would be
it's
a
a
lot of money.
toy.
I
That's what
know.
it's for, to play with.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Although, I mean, now I have my true collection though has always been Mickey Mouse. Everything.
Well, technically, two of these are collectibles. I think
Yes,
it's the
they are.
green, the pink one
And
is.
the pink one.
I think it's the pink too, because they had a box rebrand because they were called one thing, and the company that makes those didn't make sure there wasn't a patent on the name, which there is. So they had to go through.
Bless you.
So there was a big rush for those. Like you could only buy them at your local shops. None of the online vendors were allowed to sell them when they first came out. And then so there was a huge rush for them. And then they had to delay the second wave coming in because they had to reprint the boxes and the paperwork inside.
Yeah, and we somehow got like one of the last two that shipped into the local RC shop that has the first box name on it.
So I have a list, and these are the top 9 toys over time in history that have caused mad rushes, fights, parents getting in fights, adults beating each other up, robbing each other, stealing from stores, breaking into stores to get them. So the very first one was in 1964, was the G.I. Joe doll. And believe it or not, that G.I. Joe was 12 inches tall. And that was the first craze over a toy for both boys and girls, because it was a doll size action figure, right? And then in the 80s, it went down to, or in 82, it went down to a 3.75 inches in height. And then in 89, it went to being the 6-inch, which we all know the 6-inch. All the freaking toys are. Number 2 was the Cabbage Patch Kid, 1982. I think that's the most famous. It's got the most videos. It's still to this day known as the most insane holiday toy ever made. Number 3 is Tickle Me Elmo, and it was the second most insane, and like employees getting destroyed and everything. Number 4 was Star Wars in 1977. Star Wars was huge, and I mean I'm a Star Wars fan. When I was a little boy, there was everything. If you could get it, I had it, and I opened them and played with them. The freaking toys.
He still sleeps in his Star Wars blanket, as you can see on the floor.
I do.
I thought you were gonna
I
say
do.
he still sleeps in his Star Wars footy pajamas.
If I had them, I would. Number 5 was Beanie Babies, and those were released in '93, and they were the number 3 top crazed toy to hit the market. To include a time when the Olympics happened, they made special edition Olympic Beanie Babies, and they were limited, and they had numbers on them, and some of them were being given out at McDonald's. McDonald's were being broken into, and boxes of these toys were being stolen from McDonald's.
I was gonna say that was like the Happy Meal toy.
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
You got one of the numbered ones. Oh, you can retire now because it's worth millions.
Right.
I feel like I
How'd that work out?
definitely remember that. I had a lot of Beanie Babies.
Number 6 was Furbies, debuted in 1998. We talked about that one. Here's one that I completely forgot about until I started looking it up. Number 7, Pogs.
Mm-hmm.
We talked
Yep.
about Pogs. We used to play Pogs at school.
These were one of the first toys to ever get banned from schools
Gambling.
because, not just gambling, but because they started fights. Because you had to slam them on the ground, and then they came out with the slammer, the heavy one that was made of plastic, and some of them had like a piece of metal on the inside. Those started being used as weapons against each other at schools, and started chucking them like Chinese stars, and hitting people, hitting teachers, hitting cars. So that was one of the first toys to ever get banned from a store. From a school, because kids were fighting over these stupid Pogs.
So, fun fact about that, I completely forgot about Pogs, and then I deployed. And when you're overseas, they don't give you change; they give you Pogs with money value on them. So, and they're only good in AFI stores or PXs or whatever you want to call them. And you'd buy something in cash, and if you had change, that's how you got your change. I came back with like 2 Ziploc bags full of like Pogs, and they all had different. On one side it said how much it was, and on the other side it was like it could be a cartoon character, it could have been a piece of military equipment, just like the Pogs were that we were playing with as kids.
Mm-hmm.
Only they were worth money, so I definitely traded them in at the Class 6 and bought liquor with it.
Barbie's up there choking on something.
Because she remembers me doing it.
Sorry, I choked on my own spit. We're good.
911. All right, then we're gonna jump up. Let's see, number 8. I've never heard of this one. This was in 2014. This was the remote control Elsa from Frozen.
Oh my gosh.
And they said it
Totally
emptied the shelves, causing adults to get into fistfights over this toy in Disney stores. One of which got held at gunpoint, and just for the toy. Didn't rob them for their money, nothing else. Just held them at gunpoint to take the toy, and then ran off.
It's like that Jingle All the Way movie.
Exactly. I never heard of that toy. Yeah.
I've definitely heard of that toy, but I do not remember there being that much hype around it. I just remember Frozen having a ton of hype, which I
Right.
understand because that was Otto. Otto was obsessed with Frozen. Like I literally, we had to listen to that soundtrack so much that I would hear the whole entire soundtrack in my dreams and wake up singing it. It was terrible.
Oh man. Yeah. See, I don't know. It wasn't something I cared much for, but
Well, our
yeah,
kids were grown, so we weren't really
yeah,
buying toys.
different range there. And then number 9, Pokemon cards, 1999.
People
Um,
are still fighting over those right now.
yeah, much like Pogs, these started fights on playgrounds. It was the number 2 toy to get banned from schools because
You remember the
they were
stupid?
fighting over them, and the kids would get mad because they felt like their trade wasn't equal enough in value, so they would start using the cards because some of them were sharp edge. They would cut each other, faces, arms, then they start a fight, including 3 known knife fights and stabbings.
Wow. See, I will say I did end up getting one deck of Pokemon cards, and I got irritated because, yep, that whole trading thing and playing. So I just was like, no, I don't want them anymore. It was not worth the aggravation of it.
I would tactically acquire them and then redistribute.
Technically.
I
Worst,
never purposely bought.
worst part is
Enough said.
my kids have Pokemon card collections. So yeah, it very much is still going.
Yeah. What's that one? Oh, Magic.
That's what I was thinking about.
That's
You remember
another big
Pokemon
one.
Go?
Yeah.
People walking around being crazy, walking into like ditches and up telephone poles, trying to get them little things. That was crazy.
I'm surprised.
I saw one doing it in a
didn't-
restaurant one time.
Surprised Magic didn't hit the list there because I know probably 2 or 3 years ago they teamed up with Lord of the Rings and they made a deck for like Lord of the Rings fans, and then they released I think 5 or 6 rings, a card with a ring on it,
Hmm.
and there are guys dropping thousands of dollars to try to get this ring.
Yeah, when I was studying and looking into all the information of the most common, I was actually shocked that Magic never showed up because I mean, I remember seeing on the news and hearing about it, people getting in fights over these, but
Tim.
not necessarily. Is it? My list was primarily the parents that were getting in fights buying these for their kids, and then some of the ones I had were just schools that were banning them because they were dangerous, kind of like that flying thing you guys were talking
Our
about.
son was
My
collecting
son-
magic cards.
Yeah, still has them. Crap ton of them, and he knows
I have-
everything about them.
I have to say, Pokemon Go was actually pretty good though to get people active again on their phones, even if they were walking into ditches. They were walking.
They were walking into they were stopping their cars in the middle of the road. That I'm okay with
That's
the
when it
whole
got too far.
thing. Yeah, when they started getting out of their cars and trying to break into people's house because their Pokemon was in that person's house. What?
Yeah.
No. Yeah, this got to
So
stop.
ours was set up nice so that like the places that you could catch some, they were usually like in the main like strip area of our hometown, which drummed up business for all the restaurants and stuff that were there because you're walking around trying to catch all the Pokemon at all the like the museums that were down there, the Maritime Museum, there was all sorts of stuff. And then after you've done all that walking, now you've got a restaurant right up the road that you can go to.
Yeah. What a bad idea. It was actually I believe it was meant in a better way. Just unfortunately, it was taken to an extreme where I'm pretty sure they fixed it where it won't be in the middle of a freeway. So
Do you know what the actual app was designed for? It wasn't designed for Pokemon Go.
what was it?
It was a people mapping system. So essentially, we always have issues with not knowing where certain landmarks are and stuff like that. So they designed it, and all the Pokemon stops and everything in the game, that was all user submitted. So
This is where I'm at.
yeah, exactly. So it was, hey, this is a landmark in my local town. Now you do that across the country, across the world. Now you're getting a huge map that you didn't have to fly drones, you didn't have to use cars to do. It was set up to help design a map program in the
Interesting.
background of the game. That's why it tracks how far you walk.
Now imagine the military using something like that.
That's
Hmm.
not.
Thanks for putting that little thought in our mind there, buddy.
You're welcome. Sorry, found it on a deep dive. Not my fault.
It happens. Yeah, that's how you think I mean, this list that I've got sent me on so many rabbit holes, and I just had to go, oh my God, I can't believe.
Everybody had them. I mean, everybody wanted, but you couldn't find them, and then all of a sudden they came out. Now they're everywhere, but they were hard to find for a while.
But if I look in my desk
And then
drawer, I bet I
gaming
find one.
consoles.
That's just
I
one of the
remember
few
my
things.
grandma saved up to get us our first Nintendo. It was like $100 30 years ago. But gaming consoles, people stay in line and they've gotten fights over those. Like,
Yeah.
and they're expensive, but I'm really surprised that didn't make it like one of the Nintendos or something. Or the
that's what
Switch. Remember all the Switch stuff?
That's what I was thinking. I'm glad that you brought that up again because I was thinking that when he was doing the list. I'm like, I wonder if any of this is like, because I remember, like,
It's
my
just
brother.
toys, not electronics.
Yeah, but
Well,
my
Game Boy's a toy.
It's still considered a toy.
Game Boy was, now that I think about it, Game Boy was one that I came across that did cause, I guess that technically that should have been number 10 since if you won a number 10.
There you go.
Game Boy
That or
was
the
a
Nintendo
craze
DS.
because it was the first actual handheld portable gaming system, and everybody had to have them. The only problem was the reason they weren't such a mad rush and everybody was attacking each other because they were rather pricey.
Yeah.
Game Boy Color, Nintendo
Mhm.
DS.
Now it's the
Well, yeah.
Switch.
They had to do the Game Boy Color because they had to get away from the no backlit screen, because when you were playing, if you had no ambient light, you couldn't see the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all green and
It
black.
sucked.
That's why they sold the little almost book light.
The little light that clipped onto it.
And you
That was
couldn't
high
keep-
tech for the day.
It was, and you couldn't keep enough AA batteries in the house.
No, you couldn't.
Now we can't
then
keep enough double A's in the house for a freaking Oculus.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say something else. I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
I was about to say, we don't need to talk about this.
Not this kind of podcast. Not this kind of podcast. Okay. Do what I do and buy the ones that are rechargeable. Okay. All right. So the next toy.
Oh yeah.
I
Speaking
remember
of,
our kids wanting-
I need to plug your batteries. Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
get
Go
the
ahead.
rechargeables.
See that?
The scooters. Remember those little scooters, the two-wheel
Yes.
scooters?
Razor.
The Razor.
The Razor scooters. Those were huge,
I loved my Razor scooter. I got one for my 11th birthday.
and they're still making them. But now they make the
Oh, yeah.
the electric ones that are pretty expensive. Which
Shout
I don't know
out
if
to
it's all
Hard
that
Knocks
safe.
on HBO. Apparently, the team that they follow this year, they had to, each player, because where they went for their mini camp, had to buy electric scooters so their legs weren't worn out from where their dorms were to where the training field was. And
Oh
one
my
guy
God.
bought a kid electric razor, thinking it was like, he just looked at the picture. He pulled a Barbie. He looked at the picture and was like, "Yeah, that's what I want," and ordered it.
It's
So
cheap.
there's a clip of a grown NFL player riding on a kid's scooter, and then like 15 minutes later, they cut to him and he had to order a different one.
You broke it.
All- And in the
Like,
meantime, do you know what
or
they played?
something.
They played They See Me Rolling the whole
did.
time. They're all on scooters. That's what I woke up to. I'm like, what is happening right now?
Yeah, they like you go downtown Austin, you can actually rent those those little scooters, little
Yep.
electric scooters. Yeah,
Segway. The Segway. They have the Segways too. Right?
Segways. Yeah,
Yeah.
My
I want one of
stepdad
those.
and mom have Segways.
I couldn't do it. I'd be a face plant.
I'd pull a Joel.
not
I'd
too-
pull
it's
a
not
Paul
too
Blart.
bad. You get used to it. It is hard to get used to at first, but it's pretty fun.
The local ERs around here, and I'm sure in Austin did the same thing. When
In
the
San
rental
Antonio.
scooters,
Yeah,
when the
we can
rental
rent them in
scooters
San
came
Antonio.
out, there a lot of drunken accidents, people catching a curb, or we have the the rail system, and people will catch the rail and eat it. And
That'd be me. Face first. Donk.
They have a haunted ghost tour, Segway tour in San Antonio coming up.
We won't be on it.
I love the ghost tours. And I
I'll-
have a Raggedy Ann and Raggedy Andy.
I'll walk.
Nice.
Is there any other toys we're forgetting about?
Oh, there's tons of toys. Just whether or
I'm
not
talking
they
about
were.
the Crazes, the big ones.
I feel like probably, and this was after us, those little like mini like prize, what, I don't even remember what they're called.
Like the mini
Bobbleheads
worlds that you buy in the ball.
Yeah, the mini world.
Yeah, those
I
are
feel
everywhere
like,
now. Those are fun.
Yeah, and I feel like those were a craze.
Yeah, they're still making them.
Yeah, bobbleheads.
Yeah, the Funkos.
Funko
He actually-
Pops.
Funko Pops
John has a
now.
Funko that's Taylor had made for him that looks like him. So you were saying you wanted to get something that looked like him. You can get a Funko Pop specialized to look
Listen,
like you.
Where's my
Dave, you got to grab your doll off the shelf that was made in your likeness without you knowing it was made in your likeness that I can see on your shelf behind you.
Oh yeah, I got it for Christmas. Here, I'll show you guys. Hang on.
Where's your Funko Pop, John? I
I'm
think it's
look-
in your bar.
Oh yeah, I've got it on my bar. Hey, if you watch my TikTok and YouTube, Why Not Mixologies, you'll actually see it in the background, hanging out with my alcohol
So
stuff.
the funny part of this is, we were walking through Target, and Barbie was a groomer at the time, or just recently retired, and she's obsessed with Minnie and Mickey.
I am. I literally have a collection of Mickey and Minnie, but I always say this is me.
The
Wow.
part is, at the time, the same little mini phone case up there in the case is what she had on her phone.
Oh yeah. That phone case, the Mickey. I definitely have a cup that's Mickey Mouse. I definitely have Mickey Mouse purses, and the dogs. It's like 100%
She
made in
owns
my likeness.
a Mickey shirt like that too. So
I quite possibly do.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. My Mickey collection is out of control. I actually have like my Millennium Mickey and Minnie.
I saw those
Yeah,
are
the
the Five
Squishmallows.
Below.
You can see this. You can get Squishmallow Mickey Minnie like
hey,
everywhere.
you just let everybody see up her skirt.
2024 Minnie and Mickey.
You did her
Poor
dirty.
Minnie.
2023.
And you get mad at me. I have.
You
what,
should put like
1,
shelves on
2,
your walls.
3, 4, 5
Oh, I have them
RC
on shelves.
cars.
They're just next to me instead of against that wall because I ran out of wall space over there.
But yet you get mad at me. I only have 5 RC cars, and you say I can't get any more.
My Mickey and Minnie are like $10 each. Yours is like $500 a piece.
But they go fast.
I want to go fast. You want to go fast? I want to go fast.
Oh, you'll appreciate this. So, the late model, the orange and black one here, for the heat race, I wasn't even planning on racing it. I was going out and testing, tuning, and I was like, cool. Let's just see what my times are compared to everybody else's. But then I ended up racing it. And everybody wrecked, so I'm leading the race, and they're closing in on me. And then they started passing me. And I definitely felt like Ricky Bobby because I was like, oh, what are those? They're so fast.
Wait,
Are those the
And
other
then-
drivers?
I've got a collectible Build-A-Bear that Smacky's gonna, or not Smacky, BBG's gonna like.
Oh, that poor bear. If he only knew what he was going through this year.
Listen,
And the
we
past
gotta
2
still
decades,
support him.
I still do, unfortunately.
She won't buy me a Texans one. I'm just putting that out there.
I've never seen a Texans one.
Because they won't make them. They're just not.
So they're just that awesome that Build-A-Bear won't have them.
Build-A-Bear,
Right
Build-A-Bear
now.
can't get sponsored on them. Cowboys will,
Too quick.
Cowboys will sponsor anything.
I was gonna say, there you go, quick to
Well, hey Jerry Jones, we need a condom. Hey, I'll sponsor that. Go ahead, give you some star condoms. Let's go.
See here. I'm gonna look it up. With the Bluey collection. There's a new Bluey. Oh no, run away, quick. Cooper or Otto wants to collect all of the Stitches, and that I feel like it's gonna be a craze this Christmas because
Yeah, because the movie.
yep,
Yeah.
and like this generation is getting back into Stitch, which is fine, but that is what Otto has been all about. He has the Stitch Lego. He has every single Stitch stuffy he has seen in all of the stores. He even has a wonky Stitch. Like he's like, that one's kind of wonky. That's the one I want. And then he wants to get the Lego Angel set. He wants to get Reuben. So it is coming. I feel like that's gonna be a thing.
Just kind of curious. I'm looking something
I
up.
just like creepy stuff.
I don't collect toys either. I only have 5.
I collect my
Visible on
stuffies,
camera.
clearly.
All right, so according to the internet, this year's toy craze possibilities, and the thing is, it's already a craze. They're saying the Labubu is still a freaking craze, and it's going to be what's
Yes.
going into the Christmas season, is the Labubu and the extra large and massive size to come. Massive? I've already
Yeah,
seen the
I was
ones that
gonna
are
say
pretty
hundreds.
big.
I
of
just saw
dollars.
a mid-size the other day on Pop Mart, so I do not even want to know.
I don't even want to know what the massive is. They had I just saw a TikTok where there was a Comic-Con. It wasn't a Comic-Con, but it was like one, and somebody dressed up in a giant Labubu with the Jason mask on
Oh my gosh.
and was walking around with a bloody knife. It was freaking awesome. I loved it,
I'm sure that's coming.
but at the same
There's
time,
gonna be like
I'm-
Halloween Labubus.
I bet it will be.
There was like a pumpkin Labubu I saw the other day on Pop Mart. Oh, yep, that is massive.
Holy moly!
That's like my Highland cow
I
type
want
mastiff.
it, please. Merry Christmas to me.
How much that stupid thing cost?
The one I found was like $4.50.
$4.50. Oh, sure, I'll get it. Yeah.
I found a 24-inch custom Labubu for $5,200 that I really want.
That is insane.
That's, what the flip?
Oh, that is so creepy but so cute.
It's funny, but no.
$5,200. Yeah.
There's something wrong with it.
There's something wrong with it, he said.
It's missing half its body. What's up?
Camera, focus. Focus. Well, you can't see it. It's $5,200 anyway.
5,200.
I just tried figuring out like if there was ever an RC craze. But due to the price, kind of like the consoles, is why the big ones. You can always Radio Shack used to have big sales on them. So I know a lot of kids got the Radio Shack ones growing up, where you
Yeah.
could only run one of them. If you ran a second, they would run into each other and not do what they're supposed to do.
Yep. That's like the lights that we got for the boys. There's a Labubu Trick or Treat figure for $37.99, but it's already out of stock.
Of course it is.
And then there's a pumpkin one, again out of stock for $40. Catch Me If You Like Me series, that's $99.99. That's a little creepy. I don't know.
You
My
need a
boy is-
life-size Labubu?
No, thank you.
Yeah, it won't focus because of your background.
It's gonna be like
Well, it's
$5,000.
$170,000.
What?
It's
Mary
it's the
Andrews.
cost of a house. Yeah.
You want a Labubu?
You have to
home?
mortgage a Labubu?
No, thanks.
Oh my god, that looks like me. Is that me? Is that me in the future?
Yeah, that's you.
That's me in the future right there holding Labubus. How'd they get me there?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they're cute, but I mean, we already have plenty of them.
Yeah.
So
I have a feeling that's going to be on Cooper's list for Christmas.
Giant
Put
blah, blah,
it
blah.
in my stuffing. I want a Labubu.
in your stuffing?
In my
You
stocking.
put
Stocking.
what in your stuffing?
Stocking stuffer. Listen,
It's
my
in my
brain's not
stomach.
working.
So during
It's from coughing and choking on my own spit earlier. My brain cells died a little bit. It's fine.
during the golden age of RC in the 1980s, RC cars caused a frenzy among enthusiasts and casual customers. While no single RC car led to the same kind of riots as the Cabbage Patch Kids, massive demand for models from companies like Tamiya, Koshio, and Team Associated created widespread retail craze.
What
That's
about
what the dog
Matchbox cars? Am I the only one who remembers that craze?
Oh,
No,
I
Oh.
love
they're nice.
Oh, no.
I used to get them. If I behaved when I went to the grocery store.
I still get
I
them.
used
I'm
to
a
get
grown
them.
man.
Oh yeah, Hot Wheels everywhere.
99
I
cent
had big
stores
Hot
got them.
Wheels.
Otto has one of the ones I had when I was a kid.
Used
I had
to.
one of those
Yeah.
big wheels.
I don't
Remember
think
those
he has
things?
Hot Wheels anymore.
Remember those, honey? They had the plastic tires, and if you
Oh, the
spun really
big
fast, they'd
wheels,
get
yeah.
rocks in the tires. those big
Oh,
wheel
the big
cars.
wheels. Yeah.
Yeah, those bicycles or
Oh,
tricycles.
I loved
I
my big
loved
wheel.
mine.
Then they came out
I
with the
had holes
green
in mine.
machine.
I had holes in my tires. They'd get rocks, and I'd go. Da, 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 da.
I liked my little radio flyer tricycle too.
Yeah,
I
had
got
the
one for
new
Cooper.
I got the new age big wheel, where it actually uses a bicycle tire up front and then has big plastic tires on the back.
He
Yeah.
does.
Oh, that was
Oh,
that was called the adult version.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I looked into that too. I was just curious because they had the big wheel, and then they had the green machine. It was four wheels, four of those big plastic wheels, and then they had and then recently was the adult one.
Otto
like
has
20.
the green machine.
Jen broke her phone on my adult big wheel.
I did not. I had it on my lap, and Sean pushed me on his big wheel, and my phone went flying off my lap and cracked immediately. We had to have the phones for like.
So whose lap did it
30
fall off of?
Thank you.
He pushed it. I wasn't ready yet.
Oh, you pushed the toy, not your phone.
The toy. That's not how that works. I didn't mean to push.
I got your back, brother.
Thank you. She owned a phone 30 minutes and cracked the screen.
It was
Oh,
your
damn.
fault.
She kept that phone the entire time of the contract too. I was impressed.
I did. 3 years. It still worked.
So 2025, hottest kids' toys for the holidays. Obviously, we already know the first one. Stitch Interactive Toy. This is an 18-inch toy with over 100 different actions and sounds combination.
I have to look that up.
The
I was just gonna say, write that one down.
3D printing pen.
Oh, yeah.
We've already
My
gone through
kids
two of
already
them.
had those.
The pen? Wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
They don't work really well.
No,
Number
they don't.
number 4 is the Furby. Yeah.
Again.
Well, that's why. I mean, I literally just bought these stupid little Furbies. Finally, they shut up talking too. They talk to each other. The
You can't
dog.
convince me they're not possessed.
I'm gonna keep messing with them until they're supposed to be dead, and I'm gonna take the batteries out of them, see what happens. I'm just curious if they're still the same demon that they used to be. Dog E robot pet. This interactive robot dog responds to the touch and movement, evolving through the 3 stages as kids play with it. Interesting. And last is
No, we actually looked at these when Cooper was a kid. They're kind of cool looking.
and then number 6 is the Primal Hatch T-Rex, and that's probably because of all the Jurassic World stuff just came out. So those are the top 6 for this season.
Maybe
No, it's
six.
not.
You know what was a craze like 2, maybe 3 years ago? Those surprise pets that you wash like all of the fur off and they become a different pet.
That sounds traumatizing.
That's
That's pretty-
creepy.
Kids are obsessed with them, but they're disgusting in my
That's pretty
opinion.
much what this T-Rex thing is. It comes in an egg, and I'm not sure if you break it out of the egg,
Oh yeah.
the primal hatch.
Oh, that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, it comes in a. See here.
I'll
They
I'll
have their own T-Rex.
hey editor, put that up on the screen.
We need to put a disclaimer too. Please do not trample people for toys. Okay. You know, because people
But
aren't
if you
adult enough to
do-
already know this is wrong. Let's put a disclaimer because obviously
we
some people don't
don't-
get the memo.
We don't endorse
Oh,
it,
here.
but if your store has something like that, send us the security footage. It won't be on
Yes,
our channel,
please.
But I just like to watch it.
We just like to get the laughs.
I just shared a link of one, like in our separate thing of what the fur wheel.
I've got it on my screen right now. I've never seen them.
Huh.
I don't know what they are. There's one that looks like a My Little Pony. They're very
My Little
furry.
Ponies they have a huge cult following, the Bronies.
Yeah, that's
It's a
one
bunch
we
of
didn't
dudes
talk
that love
about, huh?
My Little Pony, they're called Bronies.
I
We haven't
forgot.
talked about the Little Ponies?
No, you know what? We didn't talk about My Little Pony, and do you know what that also reminded me of? Strawberry shortcake.
I love strawberry
That was only
shortcake. She
popular
smelled
with
like
the
plastic
girls.
strawberries.
Yeah.
And Rainbow Bright.
Smelled
Remember
like
Rainbow
plastic
Bright?
Rainbow
strawberry.
Yes. See,
The
those
hair
are
that
all-
smelled like strawberries.
She smelled like a
Listen,
plastic strawberry.
they actually came out with. It wasn't strawberry shortcake though, but it was like almost a dupe, and they had some that smelled like mint chocolate chip and stuff in 2007 because I was obsessed with the mint chocolate chip one.
Yeah, I remember those. I remember the not
Scented
strawberry
dolls.
shortake, Rainbow Bright, but the Little
I wonder
Ponies, they
why
have a
our
huge
country
cult
has
following called the
obesity
Bronies. Like a bunch of guys that get together and do this club. I think it's awesome. I want to be a brony.
Here,
Part of
I
the
like
Pink
My Little Pony.
Club.
here, let's smell these toys that smell like friggin' candy all day and expect you not to be fat.
I used to huff those scented markers.
Oh, the
Yes! Oh, I was
Mr.
gonna bring that up.
Mr. Senti?
Okay,
Yep.
do we
I used to huff
not
the
find it,
shit out of the blueberry one, man.
dude? Do we not find it ironic that the same, like around the same time that the scented markers came out, so did the blow markers?
Mhm.
So not
Oh,
only are
where
you getting
there's,
high on
like, you
sniffing
get
it, but you're
the-
going out of breath from blowing on.
And then you have like red and blue over your lips. You're like, what were you doing?
You know, the blow markers were actually just to prepare you for
blowing
the
a marker.
future, for whenever you breathalyzer test for alcohol.
Well, there's that one stand-up comic who's like, all our toys in the late 80s, early 90s just prepared us for giving Hummers in the 2000s. You had the blow pops, which was ice cream out of the popsicle, out of the toilet paper roll. You had ring pops. You had all that. That was all designed with one intention.
I mean, you gotta
Strengthen
give
those
them
lips.
credit, though. Media
They were
for the
grooming us
80s
for the
and
future.
90s. Man,
Remember the candy necklaces? You sit there and suck on
Yep.
it. You have like your wet chest and your wrists, and you just
Never
have
had that
candy
problem.
everywhere.
Or you have the person come up and just snap it.
oh. See, but they always
Man.
had such good jingles. Okay, baby bottle pop. I will never forget that jingle.
And then you go to the adult stuff, and they had like the edible undies and stuff like that too. So that's for kids and adults. It's just a fruit roll up that you put on your ass. That's all it is.
Banana flavor.
I like cherry.
Gimme Christmas. Are you
I love
kidding me?
Crazes.
Yeah, there's some.
Yeah, I feel like the 80s and 90s with their commercials, they made it so much easier for kids to be like obsessed with getting certain like toys. I can't tell you how many times I saw commercials and I was like, Mom, I want that. That's probably why I didn't get a Furby, because I literally wanted every toy that there was a commercial for.
It made him look so magical, like
It did.
oh, I gotta have that.
Amazon killed the toy catalog of Sears.
Yeah, it did.
Do you get the toy catalog from Amazon?
It's
Yes,
Tons of
we do.
stickers and
not
play
just
stuff. Oh, I love
Sears.
it.
My kids circle
Sears
everything.
Bulldog was like a phone book.
Phone book.
It was.
Yeah,
Look
I know.
back on it.
Yeah, BBG
Yeah.
brings out in the bathroom, sits on the toilet, he's in there for 3 hours just circling stuff in there he wants for himself. He's in the electronics section, he's like, yeah, yeah. And they're huffing them scented markers, playing with them.
Tell you
Number one
what,
pillow.
you come into my office, it looks like a toy store. I'm just a big kid. I really am. I love toys, man.
I love that about you. He's got a bunch of toys and a bunch of alcohol.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
It's a good time. It's a good time.
I feel like it is.
And I got a bunch of pillows, so when I pass out, I just fall out on those.
I mean,
Yep,
I
kick
got
him out. He's got to sleep on him.
I don't blame right. I don't blame you though. Squishmallows are really comfy. They actually suggest that for like after surgeries now for kids to like lay on after Cooper's Chiari decompression. They're like a lot of people said that was the best pillow for them to use because of how soft it is when they lay down on it. It wasn't putting as much pressure on the incisions.
Yeah. The only reason they're back here on the floor is because eventually everything behind me is going to come off. And these are going to be shelves, and they're going to all be behind me. So much like Smacky with his cars over there, I'll have shelves of stuffed animals, pillows, things. All right, well,
Close us out of here.
I think we can seriously say that adults need to stop fighting over toys. You know, act like adults, be responsible, be safe this holiday season. It's going to be crazy. There's already bad things happening and a whole bunch more to come. So we will look
We're
forward.
here for the holiday season. Don't be wishing them happy holidays. No.
Happy holidays and happy creeping for Halloween. How
We'll
about
be back
that?
before then, won't we?
Does that work?
Oh, yeah.
But still, you got to start creeping now. Be creepy, people.
Yeah,
people.
look at that dude.
You're such a creep. I live with that.
Oh my God,
It's
two
spooky season.
two couples.
It is.
Scared in my house.
one podcast, and we are saying peace out, everybody. We'll see y'all on the flip side of whatever moon you come from.
Happy pumpkin
Bye.
spice.